Hello my fellow Chemilites. Today I'm going to be showing you the easiest method to balance any chemical equation. So right now we're about to get into it. This we are going to use the inspection method, the most quickest method to balance any chemical equation. So right now let's get into it as fast as possible. Okay, the first step on balancing any chemical equation is draw a table demarcating what the reactant and the product side. The next thing you have to do is that count each atom. Now potassium is what? 1. Chlorine, we have how many chlorine? 1 chlorine. Oxygen, we have how many oxygen? 3 atoms of oxygen. Now let's move to the product side. Potassium, we have how many? We have 1, so that's balanced. Chlorine, what do we have? We have chlorine to be what? 1. So now the one that is not balanced here is what? Oxygen. So oxygen, we have what? 2. So now how do we balance this? It's simple. Now what will you multiply here and also multiply here to give you the same thing? It's very simple. Now you put this times what? 3 to give you what? 6. You multiply this by 2, it will give you what? 6 too. So now what do? We put 3 here. Now in this side we'll just put 2, but putting 2 here, we have fed this guy and we have fed this guy, we make them 2. So now what will happen? Times 2, it will give us what? 2. Okay, then what will happen? Here is still 1. You do a very simple trick, put 2 also here, and your answer is this. The equation is balanced. My dear, you just balance this equation fast, easy and sharp. Okay, our second question. As I said, first, you rule your table demarcating what and what, the reactant and the product side. Remember, don't forget this. The only thing we change is the coefficient, which is the number of moles. That's what we change. You see, the subscript, we don't touch it, we just leave it there. The only thing we change is the coefficient. Remember that. So now let's go. We have in the reactant side, we have sulfur to be what? 8 atoms. Oxygen to be what? 2. That's good. In the product side, we have sulfur to be what? 1. Oxygen to be what? 2. So now what do? Very simple. We multiply this by 8, giving us what? 8. So now when we add this 8 here, what will happen? Oxygen will be affected, which will increase the number of oxygen here. So making the oxygen to be what? Also times 8, which will make oxygen to be 16. So now what do here? This oxygen have to be times by 8 to give us what? 16. My dear, we've just balanced this equation. It's as simple as that. Okay, as we're going further, we're going to be advancing and putting more harder questions to answer. So apart from this method, this inspection method, I'm actually going to drop a video on algebraic method. That one you have to use equations to solve. I think that's the most accurate. I'm going to drop it so that in case of if you don't find this easy enough, I promise you will find that one easy enough. Okay, next up, now we have this equation in front of us. Simple. You have been doing it since. Rule my table for me, please. Then now we have the reactant side. We have what? Iron to be what? We have iron to be 1 atom. We have hydrogen to be what? 2 atoms. And we have oxygen to be what? 1 atom. Good. let's move to the product side. We have iron to be what? 3 atoms. We have hydrogen to be what? 2 atoms. We have oxygen to be what? 4 atoms. Okay, now from the look of things, let's balance this equation. Okay, now to balance, let's balance iron first. Balancing of iron, we'll just have to add 3 here. We'll make iron 3. Moving up to oxygen, how do we make oxygen balanced? Simple, we're just going to add 4, which is 4, which is going to make oxygen what? This oxygen will now be equal to 8. Also, as we add this 4, we have to balance this side too. So we'll multiply here by 4. We'll make it 8. So next up, we have finally oxygen. Oxygen will be affected by this 4 we added. What will happen to now make here be 4? My dear, we just balance this equation. So moving on. Now this equation before us, let's dissect it again as I've been doing. So first of all, the table. Now we count our atoms. We have xenon to be what? 1. We have fluorine to be what? 2. We have this guy to be what? 1 also. We have fluorine to be what? 6. So now how do we balance this guy? Very simple, very easy. We multiply this by 3 and it will give us what we call 6. And after that, we have to include our 3 here. So my dear, it's as simple as this. We just balance this equation. So don't get confused when you see any chemical equation. Take your time, do your table, dissect it. I trust you. Okay guys, finally we have something challenging. Hey, please breathe in, breathe out. It's easy. You just have to take it step by step. So let's rock it. First of all, let's separate our reactant from the product. Now we have calcium to be what? 1. We have the sulfate to be what? 1 also. Now we have Na to be what? 1. And we have NaO3 to be what? 1. Okay. Now we have calcium to be what? We have calcium to be 1 also. We have NaO. Sorry, let me write the sulfate first. We have sulfate to be what? 1. We have Na to be what? 2. We have Na to be 2, and we have finally we have what? NO3 to be what? 2 also. Hope you know why it's 2, because it's in a bracket, which these 2 outside the bracket is affecting it. So let's move on. How do we balance this equation? Don't panic, just chill. What do we do? Because this, let's start from this NO3. This NO3 is 2. Since it's 2, how do we make this one 2? Let's times it by 2, which means we are going to put 2 here, which will make it 2. But this 2 we actually affect this sodium, which is going to be 2 also, and this sodium is 2. So guys, it's as easy as that. We've just balanced this huge equation we thought actually was confusing or anything. So have I proven to you that Have I proven to you that balancing equation is easy? Is damn easy. So get it. Let's move on to the next question. Okay guys, next up. Now don't get confused, calm down as we have been doing it. Let's just demarcate the reactant from the product side. So now what do we have here? We have copper to be what? 2. We have sulfur to be what? We have sulfur to be 1. And oxygen to be 2 here. And also we have copper to be what? Copper to be 1. Oxygen to be 1. And you see where you see it. See that this one is a little bit confusing, but actually it's easy. So easy, we win. Okay, so sulfur is also 1. Then oxygen here is 3. So now how do we balance this guy? First of all, we have to make here 2. If we make here 2, it will affect what? It will affect this oxygen, making this oxygen to be what? 2. So 2 oxygen here plus this 2 oxygen here will give us what? It will give us 4. So 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. Alright, then this copper times the 2, what will it give us? It will give us what? 2. So guys, now lastly we add 2 here, making this oxygen what? 4. Guys, we've just balanced this equation. Okay, so now let's answer the final question. Okay guys, finally look at this equation. This equation might look a little bit easy, but actually can actually be confusing. So let's take it our normal step by step and we rock this thing. So now we demarcate it, reactant, product. So now as we might have it, carbon is what? 1, hydrogen is what? 4. Okay, so oxygen is what? Oxygen is 2. Excuse me. Okay, welcome back. Now oxygen is 2. We have what? We have carbon to be what? 1 also. We have hydrogen to be what? 2. We have oxygen to be what? Now look at it. This 2 plus this one here, 3. Alright. Now what do we do? First of all, we go for the hydrogen. Leave the oxygen for now. What do? We make this we add 2 here, which will affect the hydrogen, making the hydrogen 4. We can see that this hydrogen is balanced. So now, after adding 2 here, you will notice something. The oxygen has been affected here, making this oxygen 2 and this oxygen 2. So 2 plus 2 will give us what? 4. So now, let's get rid of this 3. 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, guys. Now finally, the last step, we just add 2 here and boom, we just balance this equation. Guys, now you see that balancing of equation is sweet, easy and fast. So don't confuse yourself, don't overget. Like, this is the inspection method that I've just taught you guys now. I'm going to be dropping another video teaching you guys algebraic method. So stay tuned and make chemistry easy for you guys. Thank you for watching. I love you guys.
I'm not doing black water again.
You're not doing black water again. What are you doing?
I'm doing English or biology.
So sweet.
Okay,
let me write question on you.
Do something. Let me do this thing.
Let me write one and go. Fine. No problem.
After that, I will come and submit it to you tomorrow or today. Hear me? Press correct it.
Yes, ma'am.
What is everybody calling it? Stop it.
Nitrogen. So when we add 2 to nitrogen, it will be what?
Sorry.
To
Because if you started that.
Are you okay?
I will soon go on. You just ask this question later. Now,
This imagine this word.
wait. This anyway.
You don't know that I'm doing serious business here.
This anyway. If it's in brackets, then I listen. If you add something to balance it up.
Do you know that this thing you are doing now,
Yes.
they don't use an keepers for Anambra market.
How?
This kind of thing.
How?
You go soon find out.
Okay, so we'll go into that. Now listen.
You go soon find
Please
out.
no stop no.
I don't hear. Why is
Listen. This whatever we add here will affect this too. Because this one is in brackets. Or we add here separate because or the balance of the question. You are wasting your time or wasting my chain.
Who was this one? Who was this one?
Who was that?
Yes, that you are the one that has the one. But I have the one.
Stop it.
Let's do that.
So are we add, if we add, will we add here or here?
This thing, if you don't know, it's a